Let the words of my mouth, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be respectful to the divine creative force within all of us. We're going to speak on a very interesting subject called divine principles. Let me find my blue block of glasses. I do want to block the energy of these computers in my eyes. Let me turn off my heat. Oh my goodness. How you doing? Today is March the 17th. Universally, this day adds up to a 2045, and 2 plus 0 plus 4 plus 5 equals 11. So universally, today would be a number 11 universal day. I want to wish Color Curiosity, one of my moderators, her happy birthday shout out right now. Give her a happy birthday to Color Curiosity. Very good moderator. For someone that did this for the first time ever, moderate somebody's show. She has been doing a wonderful job. Want to say happy birthday to also Clarissa Shields. Today is Clarissa Shields the GWOAT. Today is her born day. Also, I heard she had a party in Atlanta. So big up to her. She partying and doing her thing, you know what I'm saying? Looking all good and fine and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I got to shout out my other dear friends in the Pisces arena. I got to shout out, today is Abundance Child. Happy born day to Abundance Child from Drop Squad Kitchen. Today is her born day also. And today is Paris Williams' birthday. So we got a lot of Pisces going on, man. Got a lot of Pisces. Again, this would be a universal 11-day cycle for them. A universal day, or this would be their 11 personal day cycle. And they've been feeling the effects since the year came in. Actually, let me explain something real quick to all of you that has a birthday. And if you don't have a birthday and you came from somewhere else, I understand. You know what I'm saying? And usually, even if you don't have a birthday, your brother King Simon or people like Lloyd Strayhorn can break down the numbers in your name. I don't care if your mama called you boy or girl for all of the duration of your life. Once you have a word or name associated with you and you don't feel you have a birthday, then we could break down the names that's associated with you. Like in Ghana, they will name you after a day that you're born. So like one of my spiritual Ghanaian names is Kweku, which means born on a Wednesday. So I could break down that name, that word, Kweku, and how they spell it and how it's generated over the years. So again, happy birthday to Abundance Child, happy birthday to Paris Williams, happy birthday to Color Curiosity, happy birthday to Asia Muhammad, the midwife in Philadelphia. Happy birthday to her too. I also hit her up for her birthday also. I'm going to bring her back on my channel also, the midwife, Asia Muhammad. She used to be married to Ali Muhammad back in the day. So enough respect. I know they have children. Enough respect to the family. Enough respect to Ali Muhammad also, Dr. Ali Muhammad. So Asia, happy birthday to you, my dear. And again, Clarissa Shields also celebrating her birthday. And big up to all of these beautiful Piscean women that I seem to know. Wish them all a very beloved happy born day to them. And again, today in one aspect would be a number 11 personal day. But if you decide to add it, the modern way of adding today's universal day or any universal day, if you add the 3 plus the 1 plus the 7 plus the 2 or plus the 0 or plus the 2 plus the 5, that equals 20. So on one aspect, today would be a universal day of the 20. In another aspect, if you add month on top of day on top of year, which adds up to 2045, it would add up to a number 11. So master number potential 20, is there, and 11. And that's how you look at things from a holistic perspective, and then break it down to the number 2 if you have to, or if you feel you need to. So anybody can break down their birthday. It's knowing the appropriate interpretation from the positive and the negative that can help determine how you navigate in this realm, or how you use your birthday as a traveling or an energetic lesson, because your birthday reveals the energetic lessons that you came to learn, and some of the gifts and skills and talents with your namesake and your birthday. It reveals some of the goals that you should be thriving for in this realm. And a lot of people are not willing to accept a lot of the things that they're supposed to do. Happy birthday again to Abundance Child. I see she just popped in. What's up, Abundance? Happy 50th. You and Color Curiosity sharing the 50th. Man, join the 50 club, the 50 and Fine Club this year. 50 and Fine, man. Happy. And Paris Williams and Clarissa Shields. Clarissa, she actually checks my videos out, because I see she actually liked my videos, liked a few of my clips, I've noticed. So big up to Clarissa Shields if she gets to see this. Happy born day to you too, my beautiful Piscean sisters. All right. And Paris doing her thing. Paris is 33 today. Woo, Lord, go ahead, y'all. 33. Hey, I tell people, man, enjoy your 30s. We used to call it the dirty 30s or the thirsty 30s. You know, so family, you know the rules. The rules on this particular program is like, subscribe, share with family and friends, because that's usually who you can share with. Family and friends. Family and friends. Ask them to thumb up the video and subscribe to the place, because this is a channel that I do not tolerate trolls. I do not come with the debauchery. I do not come with the disrespect. Now, Tuesday might be different, because I'll probably be bringing on people that might say a few things that probably people don't understand, because that's their perspective. But remember, tomorrow we have today's consciousness that's going to happen. Today's consciousness in the conscious community is going to be a powerful presentation. And my second guest will be Mfundishi Jehutimas will be with us, speaking about magical Kemet and also the conscious community. And then on the 19th, we have Mama Ella coming in, speaking about her lecture that's going to be happening at Magical Kemet. And on the Tuesday we got coming up after that, we're going to have Abundance Child, who's celebrating her born day today. Today's consciousness in the conscious community. So her and I are going to go down the memory lane with this one on March the 25th. And on March the 25th, our dear brother is doing his symposium. I won't be able to make it out that time, because I know it's going to go for a while, and I don't want to miss my program with Abundance Child. But the symposium is going to be at the Big Bethel AME Church. So if you want to get those tickets and go and check out Samuel Lee Fudge and the symposium, please show him some respect. And big up to Abundance Child right now. She got her new radio show on WJVSradio.com. April the 3rd. It's no longer March the 27th. It has been moved to April the 3rd, and that's a good look. And big up to Billy and Elizabeth doing the 3rd annual Forbidden Conscious Awards. I'll be there also. I'm one of the team members that make things flow in the building. So I usually work the red carpet. So I will be there having a good time. And let me shout out Color Curiosity. Color Curiosity, make sure y'all support Color Curiosity right now. Go and support her. Go book a feng shui or your home for the Pisces season, and learn to align your room, your home, your dog, your cat cage, whatever. Align your garage, your business. Feng shui is a way to make sure you put everything in flow, and per-unk is the Kemetic word for making everything go in flow in your house and your wardrobe, whatever. So go and support her. Today is her born day. Happy birthday to Color Curiosity. Okay. All right. So today's presentation or lesson is called Divine Principles. And I'm going to come from both the positive and the negative perspective, because the meaning, the basic meaning of the word divine is an adjective that means godlike, connected with or like God or a God. They like to put the little g and the big G. We understand. We understand. We understand. That is the meaning of the word divine. All right. The basic meaning, because there's multiple meanings. Even in etymology, the word divine actually goes back to the word shining. When I looked at my etymology book going way back, it goes to the word shining, something shiny or shining. But it changes over time, connotative, denotative, you know how it is. We get down with the etymology, you understand. Now the word principle. Now I got three different meanings for the word principle. We have a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for a system or of belief or behavior or for a chain of reasoning. Then number two, happy birthday again to my girl Paris. She just popped in. Saturn's daughter just popped in. The word principle part two, a rule or belief governing one's behavior. And number three, morally correct behavior and attitude. Abundance Child is in the chat. Paris is in the chat. Color Curiosity is in the chat. You know what? Let me share this with Clarissa Shields. Maybe she'll come in the chat too, because she does like my videos and like my posts sometimes. Let me share this with Clarissa. See if she about that life on YouTube. I know she had a party, so maybe she can't make it. But let me share it with her on Instagram. Maybe she could come on in and do her thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like Paris be saying, you know what I'm saying? So family, it's very important that we understand and understand and overstand the divine principles from multiple levels. And I'm going to give it to you from a numerovational perspective also, because the numerovation is here to motivate you with the numbers that is connected to it and why I do what I do from my perspective. I don't follow anybody else in regards to doing what I got to do, but I do respect other people's perspective. Man, let's go to the word first before I go to my lesson, because I found it very, very interesting as these divine digital codes that we call numerology. The word divine adds up to a number 36, which is a 9. 3 deals with the need to express something that needs to manifest, that needs to show itself in a jovial, happy manner. So when you are relating and connecting to your divine self, you're supposed to express it. And many of us are expressing it just by breathing, because the word breathing or breath comes from, means inspiration in certain dictionary meanings. Inspired, but like when God gave breath unto Adam, breathed into him the breath of life, and he became a living soul. So once that living soul, that living energy, that living entity, if it's from the divine or that energy that all of us have, which cannot be destroyed, cannot be created, is from the divine. We call it divine. It's a word that was found at a particular time. Yes, the word was founded at a particular time, but the energy within all of us, they always say energy cannot be created or destroyed according to science. Electricity cannot be created or destroyed according to science. And all of us have electrical shock, electricity running through our bodies. This energy, this spirit, this soul, whatever we call it, there's different names, but it adds up to a 36, which is a 9, and 9 is the highest single digit number in numerology, which definitely remember it represents higher forms of humanity, higher forms of creation, higher forms of power, just on the single digit. And 9 is a very powerful, important number in numerology, because whatever it adds up to, it brings it back to itself. Whatever it multiplies to, it brings it back out the 9 again. So you can study, you can research. Anytime 9 is added to anything except 0, it brings itself back instead. You know what I'm saying? That's why 0 and 9 is so much more important than people think. So the word divine in the Chaldean system adds up to the master number 22, which we know that's the master builder, the master healer, the master teacher, the master constructor. So when you are practicing and using your divine self, you are constructing, building, and learning and having discipline, because the 4 deals with disciplinary. Being disciplined in order for you to maintain the positive and productive aspect of your divinity, which we call spirit or energy or whatever. Now, why I'm going to do from a positive and a negative perspective, and I need y'all to share this with people. I need y'all to share, because that's one of the rules right here. Share, 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 because sharing is caring. Share with your family and friends. Don't share it with no strangers. Some of them ain't ready. And I don't want you to share it with the wrong person, and all of a sudden they turn out to be a whole troll. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to be a whole troll up in here. All right. And if you do want to circulate to the channel, please go through Super Chat, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, using the email, please, using those things if you're going to circulate, scrolling on the bottom. But I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat right now, just in case. Spread love. Spread love. Spread love, family. That's how we do it. We spread in love. Brooklyn way, but this on my channel, it's the Numerovational universal way. That's how we spread love. All right, so we're gonna pin it at the top of the chat right now, just in case you do want to spread love. And remember, if you don't have it, to press that $ button on the bottom to spread love through super sticker, super chat. Remember, just listen to 15, just watch 15 to 30 seconds. Let's just watch 30 seconds of a commercial on my channel, and they will also split that money with me also. I just want to let you know that's what YouTube does. They may be giving me pennies, but I'm letting you know, because I don't have 1 million and 2 million followers and all that kind of stuff, but I do have quality people. I don't have trolls. Trolls come up like probably once every 3 months. A troll might come up. But I'm letting you know, if you don't have it to circulate through Super Chat or PayPal or Venmo, just remember, just watch at least, they told me, according to the algorithms, just watch at least 15 to 30 seconds of a commercial that shows up. Let it run and then come back to the show. It's all right. Let it run, and they will share, because they was allowed to advertise on this particular program. All right. Just want to let you know, just in case you don't want to, if you can't circulate money. And remember, I always say to all of you, when you're circulating money to any channel, what do I say right there? Say this to yourself: currency is circulating back to me, because when you spend money or share money or circulate money to any one of these platforms, or while you're paying a bill or whatever, always you want it to circulate back to you and those who support you, because this is about reciprocal energy. Why I give out what I give as far as information and knowledge, and do all the research to bring this, to keep people on a higher motivators level, is because I'm sharing my currency. I'm sharing my energy with y'all. So anytime you spend money on anybody's channel, always remember, currency is circulating back to me. You're saying that to yourself, and those who support me, 1 trillion folds. 1 trillion folds. You want it to circulate back to you 1 trillion folds. Why I shoot for the trillions and not the thousands? Because if you shoot for the trillions, at least you'll land amongst the millions and the thousand. Even if you miss the trillion mark, you can still always continue to galvanize and attract that trillion, because you're wishing $1 trillion to come back to yourself, your family, and others that support you too. All right, so enough respect to that. So going back to the word divine, family. The word divine adds up to a master number 22. And 22, like I said, is the master builder, the master teacher. In my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, those who don't have my book, you can go to Amazon. And you could also order my books if you can't support it and circulate in any other way. You could also order my books, my ebooks, all of that. 22 in my book on page 70 is the symbol. Let me say something. Woo! This is very interesting, because number 22 is the symbol of a good person blinded by the foolishness of others. So when people get overly egotistical on the negative aspect, They can be blinded by the praise that people might get when somebody say you're divine too and you're divine. So you got to be able to have balance. That's why the number 2 is there. 2 represents balance on another level. The number 6 also represents balance on another level. So when you see someone that you might tell a leader or something that they're divine and divine, that's why most of the people that realize that they're following somebody, because of the power that our people are given to them, sometimes too much power given to somebody can corrupt them because they think they're infallible and they think they're above reproach. I had to deal with a brother like that years ago. Not going to say his name, but that's why I left that alone. I leave people alone. When you think you're above the law and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, can't be checked in any way. You think your doo-doo smell better than mine and your feet, and you put on your pants a whole different way than me. You put on your shirt you put on your glasses differently. Maybe the glasses float into your eyes. I don't know what the glasses are doing. You don't put it on the same way everybody else do because you think you're divine. That's why the negative of the number 22, if you read my book, page 70, right on the bottom, 22 is the symbol, not just the master number, master builder, because the master number, master builder is the positive of the number 22. The negative of the number 22 is the symbol of a good person, because all of us are born good to a certain extent. We don't become all negative and bad until someone has guided us down that road or taught us to be that way. Children don't come. Hitler didn't come out as a baby just thinking to go kill a bunch of Jews. Leopold didn't either. They were babies. Now, what they grew up into by the foolishness of others, whether their parents was down that road or whatever, we got to think on those levels now. Now I'm helping you to think quantumly in this realm, quantum level in this realm. Now you got to think, is all babies born bad? Let's be real. All babies are not born bad. All babies want to suck a mom's breast. All babies want to go good, yeah. All of them make the same noises. I don't think Hitler came out and started saying, no, he didn't come out saying that. It's over years he developed this. Over years, wicked people become wicked because, yes, in this realm, there is a duality. So you could be divinely wicked or you could be divinely righteous. Remember, Satan was divine. Lucifer is divine. He was one of the sons of God. He was one of the angels. So he has his divinity, but he went down the road, according to biblical theology and Quranic theology about Iblis. He went down the wrong road. He chose to not bow to Adam in the Quran and not bow down to mud or chose to deceive the man and the woman. In the scriptures, according to the scriptures, but we're not going to go there. But 22 is the master number of illumination, practical ideals, and vision. This is both positive and negative, family. Creative genius. That's the number 22. So when you realize your divinity, you could be a creative genius, but you got to remember the creative genius can go both ways. That's why the root meaning of the word genius is genie, but a genie can use their power for both the positive and the negative. That's why you can be a creative genius, a creative criminal genius. Come on now, come on. If I'm telling the truth, everybody put the number 1 in the chat. Put the number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. That's why I tell people that these numbers have duality. You can go both high or low, positive or negative with any one of these numbers. You can go anywhere with these numbers, both positive and negative. I'm not one of those people that don't give you all this number 22 is so beautiful. No. 22 can bring hell to your assets. 22 can bring hell to your assets. Real talk. Everybody want to be a master number. Yo, King Simon, I found out that I have 33. And they want to hear something. I said, bro, or I say sis, master numbers ain't nothing to play with. Just like Drop Squad Kitchen ain't nothing to F with. Drop Squad Kitchen, they ain't nothing to F with because they food is fantastic. But master numbers ain't nothing to play with. Whether it shows up in your name, whether it shows up in your birth date, whether it shows up in your life path, whether it shows up in your middle name, whether it shows up in your baby name. That's why I tell people, be very careful what you name your children. Because everybody that I've known in history named Michael, and those are two, that's a name that has a master number, has gone through some real hell. Michael Jackson, Michael Tyson, Michael Vick, Michael the Angel, Michael Noak, who they call Brother Polite. Anytime Michael shows up, go ahead, look at it yourself. You'll find they have a certain extremity around them. There's a certain extreme if they don't put it in check, because the master number shows up in the word Michael. Master number 33 and master number 22 in the two different systems. So anytime you see names with those master numbers, you got to look at them and say, oh boy, we better make sure he has some discipline first before we put him out in the street, because he going to be something else. I'm dead ass. That name comes with a lot. Even when Dr. York, whose original name was Dwight York, named himself Michael, or called himself Michael or Malachi, anything connected to Michael energy, you got to be very careful. Malik, anything with that M energy, sometimes also that M, because that M is the 4. Remember the letter M is the 13th letter, and 13 is the number of power and the number of dominance. But if it's used incorrectly, it can cause destruction. That part. I'm just saying. I'm not one of those people that's gonna kiss up to a master number. They got to be very mindful in this realm. Okay, so the word principle adds up to a 58, which is a 13. Again, principles. When you're dealing with divine principles, you got to remember principle adds up to a number 13, which, what did I just say number 13 is? The number 13 is the symbol of power and dominance. In my book on page 67, I talk about number 13. The symbol is the symbol of power and dominion if properly understood. But if it is wrongly used, it will wreak destruction upon itself, according to some occult studies. And the number 13 is a karmic number. The number 13 is a karmic number according to certain systems of numerology that offers unlearned lessons in life. So when you are trying to adapt certain principles, these principles will also bring about unlearned lessons in life. And if you are able to be disciplined with the number 4, be disciplined, be creative with that number 1, be willing to expand with that number 3, be adaptable with that number 5, and learn how to recognize assets and liabilities in your life when you're practicing certain principles and using it, that discipline number that it adds up to, because I'm looking at numerology from multiple levels. I'm not just looking at it one way, because everybody want to break it all the way down to the 4. We can't negate the number 13. We can't negate the 58. You can't negate the 5, the 8, the 1, the 3, or the 4. Don't negate none of them, because every one of them have a meaning in a holistic perspective. So again, it adds up. And then when I added 36 plus 58, boom. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. When I added it all up, 58 plus that 36, that 36 plus the 58 equals 94. 9 is the number of completion, endings, higher levels of thinking, or it can be destructive on the disastrous point, warring, arguing, contention when trying to practice your divine principle. Because when you decide to step out of under your mother's jurisdiction or your father's jurisdiction when it pertained to spirituality or divine principles, you might get into an argument. You might have secret haters. The number 4 is the number of secret haters. The number 9 is the number of straight haters in your face. Will tell you what you're practicing is the devil. What you're practicing ain't right. That's what they will tell you. But the positive of these two numbers put together adds up to 13 again, which is the number of power and dominance. And if you read my book, it goes on to say it is also known as a karmic number that offers unlearned lessons in life, both positive and negative. I wrote it in my book. I made sure that I give you all. I got to tell you, it gives you positive and negative. I can't be playing with this. I can't play with this. And yes, in certain cultures, they don't like the number 4. They don't like 4. Chinese, Asiatic cultures do not like the number 4 because it's a homonym for the word death. It sounds like the word death. That's why, but I do not push that homonym because 4 is also a very beautiful number to show up in your chart because it's alerting you that you have to be disciplined. You have to bring order. You have to square things off and start laying the foundation because 4 is a building number. If you go in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, on page 63, it is the symbol of the square laying foundation and also known as the physical plane number. So you're supposed to do in the divine principles, you're supposed to lay foundation in your physical plane, understanding how to lay a foundation so your physical plane existence can connect with your spiritual plane existence and become one, come balance. Because number 4 is an even number that also deals with balance, structure, organization. So you can't practice no divine principle without having balance, structure, discipline, order. Put a number 5 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Put a number 5 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. I don't care what religious system, what spiritual system you're in, you have to have discipline. Sure, abundance and Paris is into Ifa. You gotta have discipline to practice those things. I knew a Khan priest named Kamati Denazulu. He had discipline. His whole room was a shrine, and that's why he was able to. Every time the CIA or the FBI came by to him and tried to find out or secretly study him and what he had. All he had to do is throw some carry shells and blow some liquor, and he knew who they were. He pointed them out. That's how deep Kamati Denazulu was. Go look him up. He passed on. He transitioned some years ago, but he transitioned unexpectedly. Like, I think somebody set him up, to tell you the truth. Somebody in that household. I'm not sure. I'm putting it out there, but I don't know. You never know. But I think somebody got to him, you know? And because he died too young. And when Professor Smalls told me he had passed, I was like, what? I just talked to him a couple months ago. I used to go by his house because I used to date one of his students. So it is what it is. Big up to her wherever she is. Big up to Ya Asante Wa. Big up to you, girl. I hope everything is well. Contact me if you do watch me on a regular, because I know you would watch me without even commenting. I know how you are. All right. But contact me and make sure everything is all right. So in the interesting enough, the word principle in the Chaldean system adds up to 39, which is a 12. Now, what I want to do is go to an older numerologist book. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find him. He's from the 1800s. All right. So when I go to the older numerologist book about the number 39, he said the number 39 has the same meaning as the number 30. All right. So in my book, when I go to the number 30, in my book, because I didn't go past 31 because I wanted to stay within the calendar dates. 31, the number 30 is the symbol of mental outlook and superior mindset. So when you are practicing any principles at all, or having principles, or practicing divine principles, you're developing a certain mental outlook. You're supposed to develop a superior mindset. In numerovation, the number 30 is known as a master number potential because anything 0 follows, as far as 30 is concerned, it adds potential, but anything that number 9 follows, look what it does. Look what 9, 3 plus 9 equals 12, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. So anytime you add 3 plus 9 or 1 plus 9, it brings it back to its original self or original energy of the 3, which is reflective of the 39, which is a 12, which is a 3. It brings it back to itself. That's how powerful the number 9 is. That's how powerful the number 9 is when you study its. But when you do 9 times 3, that adds up to 27. So when you do the 9 times 3, that adds up to 27, and 27 equals 9. It brings it back to itself when you times anything with a 9, and it reflects the number that it came from when you add anything with a 9 and brings it back to its own self. So you know how powerful 9 is in its own respect. Gotta show y'all how things work. That's why 9 has been known as a very important number, especially in the melanated Chaldean system or the carbonated Chaldean system. That's why they revered the numbers, because they already seen the magic or the magi of the number 9, where Pythagoras just took it and just threw it out there. But the melanated community of the Chaldeans understood it, that anytime it showed up, there was something that's going to reflect it. There was something that it was going to project also, because remember, 9 on one level can be a very devastating, warring, and destructive number. On another level can be universal love and peace. So while we're in a number 9 year, we should always look at those two things and try to keep it at a higher level, and don't let people bring you down to the war and destructive level. So if all of humanity, because the word humanity also adds up to the number 9, but 9 is one of the numbers of humanity. So if everybody together on this planet started to meditate at certain times, certain intervals of the day or at night together, and boost the energy up, no matter what Trump is doing. It don't matter what he's doing. It don't matter what Elon Musk is doing. It don't matter. If the energy of the people learn how to do some real universal group meditation or world meditation, we can bring up the vibration of this planet. That's the frequency of the 9. Since this year adds up to a 9, all we have to do is do the higher vibration of the 9, all of us together, or just a good 1,000 of us, just a good 300 of us can do it. Just like the movie 300, it took 300 to just destroy thousands of men in war. Just watch the movie 300. It doesn't take 1,000 or 1,000,000 people to move the dial in this universe. It could just take 300 of us to do it. It could just take the 45 or 46 that's watching me, or 100 people that's watching me right now on Instagram or Facebook and all that. It could just take that amount of people. That's how powerful the number 9 frequency is. And because 20 is here first, 20 is the number of awakening. Number of the number, especially if you read my book, I go right into what the number 20 is. If y'all read my book, on page 70, the symbol of divine awakening is the lead frequency of the year 2000, or this year right now. 2024, 2023, 2022. All that is about divine awakening anytime you have the 20 in front of it. But now that we're in the 25 energy, remember 25 is the symbol of strength, experience, and observation. So divinely, from your internal powers, your intuition, you should be observing. You should be developing and strengthening yourself. You should develop, observe, and have experiences that's going to take you to higher levels, and endure whatever comes in. But make sure you keep yourself at a highly divinely awakened area, a level. Because number 25 is also the number of freedom, mystery, love, sensitivity. It's also a number of spirituality, 25. But you have to have strength. You have to have experience. You have to observe and be prepared for strife and trials that may come in. That means whatever goes on, you gotta, it's like what I said in the book. I said towards the end of that chapter, when I broke down around the 25, this is what I said. Although number 25 energy or people may go through a lot of ups and downs in the early parts of their life, due to family, friends, and associate, they must keep in mind that the race is not for the swift, but for those who endure till the end. So anytime 25 come in, you got to be enduring till the end, because that can be a very strong number that tests you. It's going to test you. It's going to put you to the test. So we're in 2025. It's going to put you to the test to see if you're a mouse or you're a man or a woman. Are you going to run and scurry like cockroaches when we turn on the light? Or are you going to say, hey, wait a minute. Nah, son, we are the original entities of this realm. We are the ones that have the power. We got the power. We got the power. So when you use divine principles in its appropriate way, the word 22, the word divine adds up to 22, and the word principle, I just erased it, add up to 39. The word principle adds up to 39, which adds up to 12, which adds up to 3. But when I added the 39 plus the 22, that add up to 61, which deals with love, harmony, peace, justice, balance, truth. That number 61 and number 1 adds up to deals with creativity, assertiveness, manifestation, and it adds up to the number 7, law of attraction, spiritual insight, spiritual research, looking deep into things. But don't get caught up in overthinking things either. As you are developing in your divine principle, yes, be disciplined, but make sure you attract the law of attraction on the most positive perspective, because what you put out there, you could attract back to you. And the secret number between the 4 and the 7 is what? The secret number between 4 and 7, 4 plus what? 4 plus 7 is what? Everybody put it in the chat. 4 plus 7 is what? There it is. What's the number you see? What's the number that you see? 4 plus 7, because a lot of numerologists ain't going to, it's not going to do the equation to the first system, the Pythagorean and the Chaldean, and then add up their what they're equated to. I'm doing it because I see something. I see it from a holistic perspective. And I told y'all, all master numbers are portals. So in order for you to understand divine principles on every level, you got to realize there's a hidden number, which is the portal between the physical and the spiritual realm. And if you're not ready for that number 11, 1 plus 1 equals 2, it will take you down to the emotional level of the number 2, where you're going to have to build your compassion, build your connection, build your intuition to get to the master number frequency of what divine principles mean. I had to drop that mic. People don't look at it the same way I look at things. And I'm glad, but I want you to learn how to look at things in a certain way. I'm not holding back no knowledge under a bushel basket. I want you, like Dr. Laila Africa taught us, see things from a holistic perspective, King. See it from a holistic perspective. That's why he interviewed me about my first numerology book, because he respected what I did, because he found it amazing. Although he knew about numerology and all that, he found it, him and his wife found numerology very amazing, the nuances of how I did it. Lloyd is also published by them, but they always came to me and asked me certain questions, because Lloyd has his way and I have my way. And both of our ways is right. It's just that I have my perspective on how I look at things because of my experiences, and he has his perspective on how he look at things. That's why I always compliment and show Lloyd Strayhorn some love. Gotta show him love. Gotta show him love. So this is not a joke. And whether you believe in numbers or not, most of us out there has heard the terminology, numbers don't lie, numbers don't lie, numbers don't lie. Okay. So if numbers don't lie, as far as you're concerned, when it comes to your money or certain things that society might throw out there at you, numbers don't lie. But what makes you think that numbers connected to your name and your birthday don't lie? And again, I always tell people, numbers is not here to control you. They're here to guide you. Numbers is older than humans. Don't let these Indians and these people from India and people from Arab country. I posted something on my Instagram about them breaking down numbers, and they saying that they invented. No, they didn't invent numbers. Put it like this. Numbers is like you going into a dark room and the furniture was already there. That's what number is. The furniture, the numbers are the furniture. You just discovered it was in there because you turned on the light. You just discovered it was in there because you turned on the light. But numbers, patterns, cycles, and sequences was here longer than man. Longer than man. We now had to find it, download it, and be able to use it on multiple levels. That's the problem. They forgot. Sometimes we forget. The spiral was here before man. Infinity symbol was here before us on this planet. Let's say on this planet, because energetically we live. So we brought all of this with us until we had to discover it. We all spiraled in we spiraled through our mother's womb. There's a spiral there. Spiral in. We spiraling out of this realm when it's time. That spiral is a representation of something mathematical also. Man, baby, I'm so happy that I'm true to this and I'm not new to this. I'm so happy that I'm true to this and I'm not new to this. That's why I tell people, if you ain't ready to get a session with me, boy, don't play with me. I add new dimensions to my numerology every day of my life. So what I was yesterday in breaking down somebody in a consultation and their name and their birthday is not what I am today. So when you want to book a session with me, I'm going to find, remember, that's what I love what Dr. B said on Brother Rich Show. This right now, right here, right now is not going to be again. It's going to change. So if somebody did a session with me last week, I'm going to find something else again this week. If somebody did a session with me 10 years ago or 20 years ago, I'm going to find something new now because things are evolving. Numbers and its vibration are evolving. I am growing in the information that I'm taking in from the books that I read, from the Googles, from Chat GPT. All of the stuff that I'm taking in is like, wait a minute. I'm still a sponge. I'm loving this. My mind hasn't stopped growing. Scientists tell you that your mind stopped growing at 25. Bull crap. Scientists tell you that. If new information is introduced to you, your mind now goes to another level. Don't let scientists tell you. Just like it was a myth about men and women only has 10% using 10% of their brain capacity. Bull crap. It's bull crap. It's bull crap. Neil deGrasse Tyson debunked that. He said that was a lecture that somebody did. And then we took that lecture and that saying from that lecture and ran with it. Bull crap. No, we don't only use 10% of our brain. Now, you have people that might be still using that. Some people are using 5% of it. Some people are using 1% of it. But we take on and hold on to things that people teach us and forget that there's a whole other perspective around it. So that person may have looked at the book from this angle and didn't see the book from this angle. So if you're seeing things in 3 or 4 or 5 dimensions, that don't mean your brain is only 10%. Because already this is 10%. This is 10%. Just looking at the book from this way. Now you start opening up to see more. Now the percentage start to go up. Until you start going into how the paper was made and why is this gloss and who's using the gloss and what picture this is. Now you're looking at it more. You got to look at things. I want to thank Randall. Thank you very much, Randall, for dropping that super chat in there, the super sticker super chat in there. Thank y'all very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Anybody wants to spread love, spread love. And please, again, I'm always telling y'all to share this with other people. And when you spend money like my brother just did, always say this to yourself. Currency is circulating back to me. And those who support me, 1 trillion folds. You want to say that to yourself anytime you share money or frequency with anybody. All right? Always. I don't mind you sharing frequency with me. I don't mind you sharing currency with me. but always say that to yourself. I'm probably one of the only people that constantly says this. I want you to get it back 1,000,000,000 folds. Just like I'm getting it 1,000,000,000 fold. And it might not come through here. It might come through my book sales. Because people are buying the books. I'm getting the residuals every week when they go to Amazon and support their brother. Or you go to Amazon and get any one of other my books. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numbers are simple. Children's health is important. Numbers are simple. Numerovation for mental stability. Or no promotion is bad promotion. Let we tell the story children book. All of this is on Amazon. All of it is on Amazon. And if you already got it, buy it for somebody else. Buy it for a family member for their birthday, for holiday seasons, for whatever you're celebrating. And then I got the signed copies if you want the signed copy. For those in the United States, if you want a signed copy, you got to text me. But you got to be in the United States. They're charging, since the tariff and all that stuff is going on, they're charging too much at Canadian customs or Jamaican customs to send a book over those way. So Amazon can deliver it faster if you do it that way. Or if you want my ebooks, here's my ebooks. My ebooks, all you have to do is text me for the payment information. If you want to text me for the payment information, you can pay through Zip, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal. I don't have Cash App. Cash App is really my emergency Cash App is for my sessions that people want to book sessions with. All right. So and of course, I got my ebook there. I got the ebook over there. I got my other ebook right there. Boom. So I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and then I'm going to come with the lesson behind the scenes. Oh, yeah, I'm going to come with the lesson. I ain't finished.
I ain't finished, family. I am not finished. So if you want to get these lessons, you got to make sure you come right back here after the commercial break, because I want to see y'all in the mother flipping building. You understand? You understand? So we'll be back after this. Just don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Don't worry. Uncle Simon will be right back after this, and you are watching Divine Principles, a Numerovational spiritual and physical perspective right here on King Simon Presents on YouTube, family. We'll be right back after this. Don't touch that dial.
Today's consciousness, today's consciousness, today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? From the pristine position that we held in today's consciousness, here's a new show just for you every Tuesday called Today's Consciousness. Be there and enjoy all the great special guest stars that will be passing through on a new show called Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Are you ready to address all the things that are going on? And how can we heal today's consciousness? Today's consciousness. Today's consciousness. Right here on KSP TV. Today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? Oh man, welcome back, family. Welcome back. back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we having a good old African time. Yes, indigenous time. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, I'm serious. Welcome back. I am my ancestors' greatest aspiration. I am my ancestors' greatest aspiration. Higher. Get higher, baby. Higher. Get higher. Because I am my ancestors' greatest aspiration. Those who want to get the t-shirt, I bought it at the New Black Wall Street at Sister Karma's booth with her father Sarge over there at the New Black Wall Street. New Black Wall Street. Okay, that's where I bought it at. Beautiful shirt, very strong. I've had it for I think a year now. Beautiful shirt, man. I love it. Okay, so let's get back into the lesson, family. I hope everybody's enjoying. Remember, of course, you can share, you can circulate via Super Chat, PayPal, Venmo if you got. I even got Chime if you want. I also got Zelle, but I don't have Cash App. Cash App is an emergency because they kind of try to bully me, and I said, nah, I ain't dealing with y'all no more. Forget all of that. So we kept it moving. So we parted ways. Me and Cash App parted ways. We all right. We good. All right. So again, family, please like, subscribe, and share. Share with family and friends that are on their spiritual journey. Share it with family and friends that are on their spiritual journey, man, because they are on it. And it doesn't matter if they don't believe in numbers. From my perspective, they do believe in numbers. Everybody on here believes in numbers. Everybody on YouTube, on Instagram, they look at their numbers. How many likes and how many this and how many that. Everybody believes in numbers in their own respect. I'm showing you how numbers could work with words that we say, things that we're practicing, and with our birthday and name. But you notice that I'm probably one of the only ones on YouTube that's focusing on the words we say to each other or the sayings and all that. Just like the other day, I did a whole saying on different things. I've done sayings from out of the Bible. I'm going to be doing some sayings out of the Holy Quran. I'm going to be doing all types of stuff. Thank you very much, Mary. I don't know how you say it. Quates, Cats, Quates. How you say it? Name, Marie. But big up to Marie. Big up to Marie. Thank you very much for circulating that love. Thank you very much. And Messiah, what's up, Messiah Cole? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Messiah, for that. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank y'all very much for showing love, man. I work hard, but I love what I do. And that's what Les Brown taught all of us in class back in the day when I went to his class for the whole month. I think I missed only one class. He taught for a whole month in New York in 2005. Never forgot. And that particular year, I was in my number one personal year. And that number one personal year is when I finally got into a class with Les Brown. Man, that was profound. He even did a radio drop for me back in the day. Him and his I wonder if I could find that. Him and his daughter, Una. And both of them live out here in Georgia. Big up to Les. I got to speak to him last year for his birthday, so it was beautiful. So understand, numbers don't care if you believe in them or not. Numbers work behind the scenes just like the binary codes in computers and phones that we use. 01s is always working without you need while you sleeping. 01s are working. 01s are working while you sleeping. While you sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You know, 01s are working. And in numerology, 0 is feminine, 1 is masculine. Some say 0 is androgynous because why would someone, and let's see how smart my audience says. In certain systems, some people call 0 androgynous. Why would they say that 0 is androgynous? Let's see how smart my audience is, because I got a smart audience when it comes to this number stuff. Why would they call 0 androgynous? Come on now, let me see how smart you are out there. If all, like a womb, right? Very good, and like a womb, okay, womb, but womb, people like to pinpoint the womb as feminine. But people don't realize, certain systems they call 0 androgynous because male and female comes from it. Masculine and feminine numbers comes from it. But I like to give it to the feminine energy. But they call it androgynous. Sometimes. And that's good. They give it duality. They give the 0 a duality. Cool. Sometimes I give it, but like my man said in this book here, this is a good book to have just in case. This one is called go to his website, Joshua Sarah by his name.com. Joshua Sarah, I am mathematics. Let me share you, because I've shared it before with those that have been watching my show. What did he say about 0-1? He said 0-1 in his book, very timely book. He says 0 and 1, the parents of all numbers. He says in mathematics views of numbers, 0 and 1 are the original eternal numbers, and all the other numbers are a result of their interaction, which is quite interesting because if I write this on the board, I'm gonna show y'all something right now. That makes a lot from a holistic perspective. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. But when I write it on the board, let's say this is 0. If you can see that, that's a 0, right? He said 0 and 1, right? He said 0 and 1 are the parents. And if I put 1 next to the 0, what does it become? What does it become? Interesting, isn't it? So he says 0 and 1 are the parents, but when I put 1 close to that 0, I get 9. Wow. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So again, we get to the completion symbol now. We go to the completion symbol of the feminine and the masculine. Feminine and the masculine. So in order for the computer technology and the computer world to excel in such a way that it did, it needed the feminine and the masculine. It needed the feminine and the masculine. That's just a perspective. Remember, this is the numerovational perspective right here on the Ministry of Numerovation. This is just a perspective. Understand that this is just a perspective. And no perspective is wrong. This is outright just look crazy. But if that person came up with that crazy perspective, then hey, now you got to look at it, and now it's going to allow you to reach, just like when master number vibrator and resonator Terrence Howard came up with 1 times 1 cannot be 1. 1 times 1 has to be 2. That made me think. I was so happy when he did that. I thought, oh. Then I looked up his birthday. I said, oh, no wonder you thinking the way you thinking. You born March 11th. Happy belated birthday, Terrence. I said, oh, that's why you think the way you think. Because one thing about people born under the number 11, one thing with people born under the number 11, they see things that other people don't see. And when you have a lot of 11s in your chart, if you have a lot of 11s in your chart, if I see a lot of 11s in your name or your birthday, I always tell people that are connected to the 11s in any way, always pay attention to the things that other people don't see, because you usually catch it. You might be one on the road with your mother and your father, your whole family, and you're the only one that's seen the master numbers. You're the only one that sees that the dog just got hit on the side of the road. They didn't see it. You might be the only see. That's what those 11s see. And a lot of master numbers see it, but more 11s, when you have 11, even adding on your name might add up to 11. Your vowels might add up to a number 11. Your birth date might add up to a number. Your alignment number might be add up to 11. Like if you're born on January 10th, 1 + 10 = 11. You see things that other people don't see. Just like the people born today, if they add up their birthday in a certain way, 3 plus 1 plus 7 equals 11. So they can see what other people didn't see in their family. That's why they may have taken the spiritual journey first. Most of the people that are connected to the number 11. You understand? So numbers is powerful, and every aspect of it is here to guide you. And I tell people it has its negative and it has its positive. It has its high and it has its low. It has its ups and it has its down. It has its power and it has its challenges. That's how powerful study of numbers are on another aspect, not just by who, just because you know how to add or subtract and all that kind of stuff. That's good. But every science have to use mathematical equations. Every science. That's the foundation of all science for you to get to where you got to go. To remember, today's presentation is called Divine Principles, a Numerovational, Spiritual, and Physical Perspective. Please, again, family, let me remind you, share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Don't be afraid to share. All right? Don't be afraid to share. And I want you to share it with your family and your friends that are going through a spiritual journey. Share it with your family and friends that are going through spiritual journey. And, and don't realize that they are the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers is not just in the Bible. You are a book of numbers. You are a walking journal. Every day of your life, even if you think it's boring, there's something going on. There's something you could write about. You could damn near write a song. How bored I am. How bored I am. Nobody knows how bored I am. How bored I am. You can write a song about it. There it is. You want to hear it? It is. Big up to David Allen Greer that used to do that in Living Colors. Man, you can write a song about your life. No one on this live should never say they don't have a book inside of them, even if it's one sentence, one line per book. Hey, today I went to the market. You draw a picture about that. And then I had to go to the cleaners. You draw a picture about that. Then from the cleaners, I had to go back to the market because I forgot something. You draw a picture about that. Then I went to the gym to go work out. I draw a picture about that. Right there, you got a children's book. I'm telling you how to write a book right now. One word, one sentence books. And make sure you have good illustration. Duh. Duh. So people, come on. Y'all ain't got no excuse not to write at least a children's book. And you got AI where you can do the art yourself? Come on now. Stop playing. No, at least you can have your own little books to write, and you can start developing some form of stream of income just by, and if you don't want to do it a solid book, then you go get an ebook. I've written ebooks. Hey, it's all right. $5 and between $5 and $5.99 to $9.99 is beautiful when it starts piling up. So I'm trying to show y'all it's important that you learn to write. Don't be afraid to write. All right? Okay. This is a divine right of all of us. And these are some of the principles I'm going to share with you right now. I'm going to share with you some of the principles before we finish. We're hour and 13 minutes in. I got some things to do after I get off of here. So let's go to some of the principles, some of the notes that I have. All right. Anything in red is online research. That's what I went to. So the positive and negative aspects of divine principle. I have to come from both. Because when you read any scripture, there's always a battle between good and evil, Satan and God. You know, in the Kemetic teachings, there's also a battle between the brother and the brothers and all that kind of stuff. There's always a battle. The divine principles are universal laws that govern both the spiritual and the physical realm, according to online studies. They provide a framework for order, balance, and growth. However, what I'm saying, like all powerful forces, their effects can be either positive and negative depending on how they are understood and applied. Again, all of us have divine energy in us. It's how you use this energy. Just like I said, Hitler as a baby did not want to kill the Jews. Leopold as a baby did not think about killing 15 million Africans. It's what he developed and used that energy for along the path that he became such, that both of them became such a killer. We're not thinking. So go back to the lessons. So again, it's how we apply these things. Positive aspects of divine principle. Let's go down that road. When we align with divine principle, they bring harmony, growth, understanding, and fulfillment in life. A, spiritual positives, alignment with divine will. Some may call it God's will, Allah's will. That's why some of us say, MashaAllah, Inshallah in Arabic, if Allah wills, MashaAllah. I think that's what Allah wills, MashaAllah. I can't remember, but I remember Inshallah if Allah wills. Living according to productive divine principles bring peace, guidance, and purpose. Karmic, remember the word karma, comes from cause and effect. Karmic rewards, let's give the positive. Good actions attract positive energy, leading to blessings and protection. Next one, inner peace and wisdom. Honesty, love, and faith creates a peaceful and enlightening spirit. Honesty, love, and faith, and of course, there's much more to it, create a peaceful and enlightening spirit. Divine timing and trust. Understanding that everything happens at the right time removes stress and anxiety. Once we realize that, because there's always going to be calm and storm. There's always going to be the positive and negative. It's always going to be the ups and the downs. Sometimes you feel good, sometimes you feel bad. It is what it is. But understanding that everything happens at the right time removes stress and anxiety. That means you learn to turn those harsh lessons into blessings because you're not going to repeat them again. But some of us do. Sometimes some of us are hard-headed. Manifestation and abundance. When we act in alignment with higher laws, success and prosperity flow naturally. Physical positives. B, success through discipline, hard work. We talked about that. Why? Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look. Let me sound like Kevin Hart. Look at it. The number 4 shows up. Once 4 shows up, divine principle adds up to 94, which is a 4. 4 is the number of hard work, discipline, building. Go figure that one out. Because success through discipline is important if you're going to understand how to use these divine principles that's already within you. Now, it's energy, is the divinity of the energy that's in you, because energy cannot be created or destroyed. Now, how we use it in a physical aspect, here it is. Success through discipline, hard work, patience, and integrity lead to long-term success. Health and well-being. Big up to people like Queen of Four, Dr. Savior, all of them that try to help us with the discipline of health and well-being. Respecting natural laws, proper diet, rest, meditation, exercise results in physical vitality. Strong relationships, love, honesty, and kindness foster deep, lasting connections. How many of you, I'm talking to all my beautiful people out there, how many of you have realized when you started practicing the positive aspects of divine principles, whether you're going down the road, people gonna drop off? Yes. How many of you realize that people that you used to hang out with start dropping off? Put the number 9 in the chat. And the ones that stayed with you, that's the stronger relationship. Put the number 9 in the chat if you realize that as you got into certain divine aspects of divine principles and spiritual teachings, that people dropped off. Put the number 9 in the chat. They always drop off because you're shedding. And number 9 is a detoxification number. Number 9 is a detoxification number. The word divine adds up to 36, which is a 9. So when you're striving to be at that divinity level, that God-like level, you're going to see people drop off. People going to run. That's why after all is said and done, strong relationships through love, honesty, and kindness foster deep, lasting connections. Social harmony. When divine principles guide a society, I'm talking about all of us because right now we're in a number 9 year, and that's where humanity, society has to take on a humanitarian meditative way. So social harmony, when divine principles guide a society, justice, fairness, morality, etc., communities flourish. We flourish. That's why Kemet was able to build all of those edifices, because you could not build a pyramid or a temple under war and destruction. No way could you have done that. No way could you build any of the edifices around the world, whether it's in Mexico, whether it's here in the Americas, along Mexico is part of the Americas, that's South America. Whether it's in the temples all around the world, the oldest temple, Timbuktu, big up to Sabir Bey, said it's not the oldest temple. Big up to the Moorish paradigm, the brothers that do that travel. It's not the oldest temple. Timbuktu is not the oldest temple. Big up to Sabir Bey. Go check him out on his channel. He be breaking it down. But I'm telling you, family, you can't build these temples of education while you're under war and destruction. No way. No way can you do it. Getting back to the lesson. So social harmony, when divine principles guide, when divine principles guide a society with justice, fairness, morality, communities flourish. Personal growth and evolution. Challenges become stepping stones for greater wisdom and strength. Challenges. That's why I tell people all the time. All of us have our power numbers and we all have our challenge numbers. My challenge numbers are the number 6 and the number 8. So anything that adds up to number 6, like 15 or 24, anything that adds up to number 8, like 8, 17, or 26 can be a challenge to me, but I have to look at it from a balanced perspective and say, is this person, place, or thing connected to this number a challenge to my betterment or my worse? That's what you got to look at when you see challenge. And I, as a number 1, is challenged to a number 8 or people born under the 6 or number 8. So if I'm working with people like Abundance Child or Color Curiosity or Paris who are born today, they got to ask themselves if I'm challenging them to be their best or their worst. And if I'm challenging them to be their worst, and if they're challenging me to be my worst, bye, they got to go. But if they've been challenging me to be my best in the things that they do and how I do things and we do things and we all can come together, when 1 and 8 come together, it becomes 9, and 9 is the higher level of love, understanding, and respect for each other. Because now I added the 2 to find the understanding between us. That's how I look at them. When I talk and communicate with them, I know who could be high-strung and who could talk and want to get into argument. So I'll be like, okay, I can see it from your perspective. I got this, okay. And hopefully they can see it from my perspective. And that's how I show people how to work in companionships and relationships. That's why I stopped doing companionship sessions, but I might start doing it starting April 1st. But my companionship sessions is a rack. It is what it is. If you ain't willing to, if you ain't ready for me to break down these numbers and your name and her name and that person's name, that person, it's a lot of math I gotta do. So I'm going to let you know this is what it is, because I'm good at what I do. When putting these in together, I record it and you can listen to it together. I'll send both of you separate recordings if I have to. So if y'all not together, y'all can listen to it at your own time to find out his crap, her crap, and how y'all crap can match together to grow, or it will become crap. Because if a water sign and an earth sign come together, a water number or earth number come together, if they're not willing to grow flowers, then they're going to turn it into mud. Period. That's how I break down my stuff when it comes to compatibility session. Can I get a number 1 in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying? Let's go back to the lesson. In short, living by divine principles leads to spiritual enlightenment, physical well-being, and a fulfilling life when you live by the positive aspects of divine principles. Because I'm going to give y'all the negative right now. Negative is coming up next, because I'm not going to give y'all all the hodgepodge of divine principles, because you got people that are using these divine principles in a negative way. 2 negative aspects of divine principle. When misunderstood, misapplied, or ignored, divine principle can lead to suffering, imbalance, and hardship. Let me say that again. And what do I mean? Let's take it from the bodily perspective. Let's go there. Let's go there from a health perspective, because I remember Dr. Africa teaching us. Why are adults doing things that they didn't do as a baby? Why are you putting cigarette to your lips when if you put a cigarette to a baby's lip, that child will cough it up right now? Will cough. And that would be considered what? Child abuse. If you put a cigarette or a weed and tell them to sniff it up. Matter of fact, they don't even know how to. They'll probably just start sucking on the damn thing. Dr. Africa taught us that. If a baby can't use it, then it is foolish. You can't just feed children anything. You can't just give them smoke and give them alcohol or liquor. Can you imagine? Suppose you put Hennessy in a bottle for a baby. What would happen to that baby? Because we're not. And that's what Dr. Africa was trying to show us. Because now you're going against the law of nature, the positive divine principles of nature, and you're putting something corruptive to their system. Think like a baby, or think like a child, or at least go back to your childhood when there were certain things that were prohibited for children. When y'all got adults, we become foolish. Now we're drinking liquor, smoking this, and destroying our liver and our lungs and our thing. But when we're baby, we're trying to take care of the baby. We're trying to make sure he's breathing right. You're like, what the heck? So we lost those principles. That's the problem. That's an issue. When I was doing smoking weed and all that, I was coughing up my lungs. Talking about, oh, I'm high, yo, T, you choking, sir. Yeah. Drinking too much, I'm vomiting up my stomach. People vomiting and smelling like liquor and cigarette. I hated, not the woman, I hated one of my girlfriends that used to smoke cigarettes and then want to come to my place, my apartment, and come lay up with me and smelling like after she bathed and took a shower, she smelled like cigarettes. Because it comes out of your pores, this nicotine. And I can't smell. I used to get up out of the bed and go sleep on my massage couch, my massage table, or sleep on my couch because the smell was too strong and I didn't smoke. I liked what I was getting from the girl, but damn it, you're smoking at the club and your job because you're nervous and you're crazy. Something going on. Oh no. Because it comes out of our pores and it's not conducive to our balance of who we are, our divine principles of our body. So when misunderstood, misapplied, or ignored, divine principles can lead to suffering, imbalance, and hardship. A, spiritual negatives. Karmic cause and effect. Remember, the word karma is cause and effect. Karmic consequences. Violating divine principles like lying, harming others, greed, etc., lead to negative repercussions. There's people in jail just because of their consequences. The R. Kellys of the world, the Jeffrey Epsteins, the Weinsteins, and others. Violating divine principles, lying, harming others, and greed, etc., lead to negative repercussions. Misuse of free will. There's a big debate that we don't have free will. Okay, if that's what they build. But the misuse of it, choosing negative ego over divine guidance results in spiritual disconnection. Choosing negative ego over divine guidance. And when I say divine guidance, I'm talking about positive. Let me preference that. Let me preference that, because divine guidance can be negative too. Because the devil thinks it's divinely guided. Satan in the Bible says he's divinely guided. They say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to and fro, up and down in the earth." You know, it said what? And then God asked the devil, asked Satan, "What do you think about Job?" They said, "Oh, well, if you'll take your hand off of Job, I'll do what I got to do to see what Job is made out of." He didn't say it like that, but if you go in the book of Job, that's what he's saying. He said, "Okay, God, wait a minute, God, you got your hands over him. That's why he's so praiseworthy and he loved you. But if you remove your hand over him," they're playing games. If you move your hands off of Job and let me do my little puppeteer and stuff and take away his wife and kill all of his children and take away his land, let's see if Job is going to stay firm with you, God. I'm just saying, this is what they're saying. This is scripture. This is what they're saying. So there's a little game going on in the Bible and the Holy Quran and all that. There's a little game happening between God and the devil. Wait a minute. I think I could out-God you and out-devil you, sir. What's going on? What's happening? Let me show you. So we gotta really look at this stuff. Big up to all the religious people that actually believes in that. Respect to you, because there are some truths and some real truth in those things that can guide you to be your best self. So, misuse of free will. Choosing negative ego over divine positive guidance result in spiritual disconnection. Delayed lessons. Ignoring spiritual truths cause repeated struggles until the lesson is learned. How many of you in the chat have gone through some lessons and you repeated them over and you knew you was going to repeat it over, especially if you're dealing with the same guy or you're dealing with the same girl, they just come in another name and another form. You knew this person was going to bring some bull crap. He said, "Lord have mercy." Put the number 2 in the chat if you knew you had some delayed lessons in your life. Ignoring spiritual truths cause repeated struggles until the lesson is learned. Put the number 2 in the chat. I can put the number 2 through 22222 in my chat. Lord have mercy. Let me put 222 in my chat. I'm going to put 222. 222. I'm going to put 222. Look at all the twos I put in the chat. See, y'all see it. I'm going to tell on myself. I did it too. I did it also. I too. Big up to the late great Morgan Heritage's father. Yeah, man, I did it. Oh man, I had to take off my glasses for that one. Lord have mercy. I learned them lessons. They keep on coming back until. That's why these delayed lessons keep on coming back. Same, and you know, if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different results, what is that called in the chat, people? Please put that in the chat. If you keep on doing these having these lessons coming back to you over and over again, and you're expecting a different results, what is that called? Please put that in the chat. Y'all know it begins with a number. Yes, insanity. Thank you very much, Flow State. Thank you very much, Flow State. Insanity. It's insane. You're crazy as hell. You're retarded. Something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. If you keep on allowing these same lessons to come back again, and you knew it, it's right there in your face, your divine spiritual insight keep on saying, I shouldn't mess with that guy. Ooh, I shouldn't mess with that girl. Ooh, Lord, that one gonna be drama. Oh, Jesus Christ, she remind me of this person I used to do. She remind me, but you know, she look good. Oh, the punani nice. Ooh, the buddy good. Oh, Jesus Christ. And then all of a sudden, the whole thing breaks down. Everything go crazy. Everything go crazy. Lord have mercy. Don't worry. I've been down there too. I know Vonnie laughing her ass off. I've been there too. I'm not going to lie. Don't laugh at me. I'm just who I am. I'm going to tell the truth. Shame the devil. Now, false spirituality. Some misuse divine principles for selfish gain, leading to spiritual deception. Waco, Texas did it. Certain organizations that we might call cults and all that have done it. Some misuse divine principles for selfish gain, leading to spiritual deception. Impatience with divine timing. Impatience with divine timing. Doubting divine timing can cause anxiety, poor decision, disrespecting of self, and frustration. Y'all better take notes of what I'm saying here. Take notes. I might put this in the membership. Y'all might not have this, so make sure y'all go join. Make sure y'all join my membership because I'm putting this in the membership. This whole lesson is going into the membership, family. And the membership is only $9.99 per month. You get to study and watch to your heart's desire all the lessons that I've been dropping. Those that are new to my channel, there is a membership. If you want to join my membership, if you want to get this, and you got to come back and listen to it again. And also, remember, I got Patreon too. I'm also on Patreon. I got some very good content on Patreon also from Sabi and everybody. Private conversations with Sabi and Lloyd and Shahrazad Ali is on there. Woo! Y'all got to go to my Patreon. Where's my Patreon page? Let me put it up on the chat real quick. Where's my Patreon page? And if you can't find it, you go to my Linktree / King Simon, the Numerovator. That's my Linktree right there on the bottom. Where's my Patreon? I just had my Patreon. Where is that? Where you at, man? Where you at? Is that my baby daddy? Who that is? Okay. All right. Here's my Patreon right on the bottom here. King Simon Productions at Patreon. Patreon.com / King Simon Productions. Who that is? Who that is? That was a funny song. I used to love that song. I used to play that on my radio show. Who that is? My baby daddy. Who that is? My baby daddy. Who that is? My baby daddy. Oh, that was so funny. Oh my God. Oh, I'm having fun. I'm sorry. Impatience with divine timing. Doubting divine timing can cause anxiety, poor decision, disrespecting of self, and frustration. The physical negatives. Oh, yeah. Somebody said, that's the jam. Stop. It was a jam in the club. You know, it was a jam. I used to have a good time in the club with it. Physical negative. Chaos from violating natural laws. Ignoring health principles, bad diet, lack of rest leads to illness. Dishonesty and corruption, breaking moral laws, stealing, lying, etc. Rape, all of that. Breaking, let me add rape because that's in there too. RAPE, all of that. Molestation, all of that. Molestation. I'm telling you, molesting. All of that, etc., etc., etc. Dishonesty and corruption, breaking moral laws, stealing, lying, rape, molestation, etc. leads to personal and societal destruction. Don't forget, yes, insanity. Oh, Grandma's secret just coming. She must be way back there. I did insanity a long time ago. Emotional and mental struggles. Neglecting love, compassion, and inner peace results in stress and depression. Imbalance in relationship, greed, selfishness, miscommunication, and dishonor weaken connections with others like friends and family. How many have left their relationship with their family or their friends because they were greedy, selfish, had miscommunication issues, or was dishonest or was dishonorable? Please put the number 8 in the chat. If you've left certain relationship, whether it's friends or family, because they was either greedy, selfish, miscommunicating, dishonorable, put the number 8 in the chat if you've left certain relationships because of it. There's no reciprocation, no balance. Failure and hardship, lack of discipline, wisdom, or gratitude often results in financial, personal, and spiritual struggles. When you have lack of discipline, failure and hardship can happen. Misapplication of divine principles. When you misapply these divine principles, rigidity and fanaticism, overextending principles without balance. For example, extreme religious and spiritual views. You know, you got them out there. They be telling you go kill up people and shoot this person or cut this person up, and all that can create division and oppression. Karmic, remember the word karma means cause and effect, cause and effect. Karmic delay, misunderstood. Some think they are escaping consequences when in reality they are accumulating karmic debt. And again, karma means cause and effect. So you could either accumulate the positive of karma or you could accumulate the negative of karma. It's totally up to you. Using divine principles for selfish gain. Some manipulate spiritual teachings for unbalanced personal power, money, and control. And yes, we've heard about that throughout the years. My conclusion, thank you very much for, and I'm going to give y'all some things to apply, how to align, in my conclusion. I'm going to give you a lot, so get ready. It's about understanding and understanding divine principles for balance. Divine principles are neither inherently positive nor negative, because everything has its positive and negative. Just like I broke down the words and the numbers and frequency, they all have their ups, downs, lows, highs. They all have their positive and negatives. Divine principles are neither inherently positive nor negative. They are neutral, like universal laws. Their impact depends on how we apply them, just like I told y'all. All the murderers and killers that came into this planet, molesters and all that, they didn't come out that way. Something happened to them for them to chase that path, and eventually it becomes their story. It's how they apply the energy that they came through, the divine energy and principle that's within all of us. Aligning with divine principles brings success, peace, and enlightenment. And I'm talking about positive divine principles. Violating them results in chaos, struggle, and repeated lessons that you have to learn. True wisdom comes from learning to balance divine principles in daily life. Learning how to work with them, how to balance things off. It's just like working with your body. Your body tells you when it was sick. Remember, Google up how old are hospitals in America. We can all Google it up right now. Let me Google it up right now. Let me Google it up right now. How old are hospitals in America? Hospitals started, the insulation hospitals in, it says the concept of hospitals in America evolved from early almshouses and insulation hospitals in the 1700s. So hospitals ain't that old. Hospitals ain't that old. They said with the first formal government funded institution for treating medical conditions, the Pennsylvania Hospital, founded in 1751. So hospitals ain't that old, family. So what were we doing before the hospitals? What were we doing before the hospitals? What were we using? What type of herbs were we into the herbs? What were we doing? So again, y'all can Google that up yourself. It's telling me right here what it is. All of it was established in the 1700s here in America. What is the oldest known hospital in the world? What it says. The oldest known hospital, the oldest continuously operated hospital in the world is widely considered to be St. Bartholomew Hospital in London, founded in 1123. So it all started in London now. These hospitals, like Dr. Africa used to call it. I'm saying this because aligning with divine principle brings success, peace, and enlightenment. Violating them results in chaos, struggle, and repeated lessons. So when you're dealing with your body and health, if you violate the divine principles of your body, it will end you up into a hospital, because we were using herbs as the healing for the nation before these hospitals. Before these hospitals. That's what Dr. Africa called them. Dr. Africa called them horse hospitals. True wisdom comes from learning to balance divine principles in daily life. And that's why I even pulled that up, because we got to learn how to connect with nature, use and coincide with nature. When I remember going on nature walks with Sister Tyoma, or you go on nature walks with Sundial, Abdul Hakim, and all these people. Dr. Africa used to do nature walks, I heard years ago. You had to talk to the plants before you pluck the plants. You had to caress them and massage them and say, look, I need you for some nutrients. So they were open to give it to you, because they're natural, they're entities. True wisdom comes from learning to balance divine principles in daily life. Ultimately, divine principles exist to guide, not punish. Whether they bring blessings or hardship depends on how we interact with them. Let me say that again. Last point. Ultimately, divine principles, family. Ultimately, divine principles. Are you hearing me? As I close out, ultimately, divine principles exist to guide, not punish. Whether they bring blessings or hardship depends on how we interact with them. Man, family, thank you. Thanks for your time and greatness, for all you are doing out there. And only you know what you're doing out there. Only your creator and your energetic force, your ancestors in your bloodline know what you're doing, whether it's negative or positive. From King Simon Presents, family. Only you. Remember to follow us on social media. IG at iam.kingsimon. Facebook at King Simon Productions. X at King Simon Prod. TikTok at King Simon _ the Numerovator. And Linktree. King Simon the Numerovator. Linktree / King Simon Numerovator for all the links. Thank y'all very much for being a part of this journey. You know, and not everybody respects the journey. Not everybody respects the journey. Not everybody respects the journey. You know? Not every big up to Goddess Bahamama. What's up, Goddess Bahamama? We're doing what we got to do. Everybody came here to do a job. All of you on Instagram, all of you on Facebook, all of you on YouTube, all of us came to do a job. Find what job you came to do. And I want to thank everybody that's been supporting the channel thus far. Let me shout out anybody else that supported the channel. You know, it's all right. You know, we got to really take the time out. And again, take the time out if you are not able to just do super chat or super sticker or PayPal, Venmo, and all that. I'm going to get a new Cash App, but I'm going to get a new Cash App connected to one of my children because they done disavowed me, and every time if I give them any information on my side, they're not letting me on Cash App. So I'm going to get another Cash App for my son, and I'm just going to give him give him a percentage of whatever comes in. So I'm gonna get another Cash App by April. I'll have a new Cash App, but I do have an emergency Cash App for those who want to book a session with me. If you want to book a session with me, you can go text me right now or text me sometime today or whatever at 347-496-1022. Text me your full name, date of birth, and email. And remember, I have 4 different levels of sessions. I have the 10-minute, the 15-minute, the 30 minutes, and the 60-minute sessions. The 30 and the 60-minute, you can pay it off slowly but surely. You can pay it off in three intervals, or two or three, or 2 installments or 3 installments. That's up to you. But the 10-minute and the 15 minutes, it's a pre-recording. Each one of them are pre-recording. In April, for the month of April, I will talk directly to you for the 10 minutes and the 15 minutes. That's what you need. So I will do a 10-minute. I seen Aquarius Maximus do this one time. She was in the car breaking it down. She was in the car driving. And I'm like, this is my girl. She knows her stuff, man. I love Aquarius Maximus. I got to get her back on my show. Big up to the Guap Coin crew. I'm going to get her back on my show. I'm going to get her mother back on the show sometime next month or going into May, around Mother's Day. I'm probably do around that. I like the mother-daughter thing, too. I like that. But Aquarius Maximus and her mother on one channel. Woo! I hope Brother Rich don't take it. He might do it. No, Brother Rich. But it's all good. Whoever does it. But I know, man, let me tell you. If you book a session with me and you ask the appropriate questions, it will help you to be your very best self. It will guide you because numbers are here to guide you. So please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022 and an email because I got to send you the details via email. Okay. And big up to my son, Green Studio NYC. If you're looking to book any studio time, call those numbers or leave a voicemail on those numbers right now. He can help you with artist development, recording, podcasting, event production, audio books, wherever you want to go with it, he can help you with it. My other son had to redo his flyer, JB Services in Metro Atlanta and surrounding areas. Pressure wash, car detailing, dumpster wash, contact for information right there on the number right there. He also does various handyman services available also. He works out of TaskRabbit, but you could also contact him also if you just want various handyman services too. You might want to hang a television. You might want to build a bed, whatever you got to do. He can do that also. He does it all. My son I got some beautiful children. Big up to Professor Zahalia, teaching martial arts from a spiritual and a physical perspective. We call her the elegant devastator in the martial arts. And because she's a trained professional contemporary dancer, she shows you how to flow like it's a dance movement. When she does her Pia forms, woo! She do them Pia forms and she do it with a flow and she do what Dr. Powell taught her and all that kind of stuff. Yo, man, every move she do is a move that can defend yourself. Every strike, every move, it's like dancing. So big up to my girl, Professor Zahalia. She doing it. She flows with it, man. And big up to another one of my good friends, AdaraMoselle.com. That's AdaraMoselle.com. From negative energy removal. If you think your children have negative energy or you might have negative energy, she can help you out. She does free consultation first and then line you up and when you want to do it and how you want to do personal power activation, all of that. She's here to help you get your power back. She's a Leo, so you know she's about to bring that Leo energy with it, all right? Also, big up to Dr. Shakira Moore for her services. Hit up the number or go to our Linktree right here on the flyer. And the banner right here on the banner, and she got her new book. Pre-order the new book called The Iris Papers. Man, it's gonna be a game changer, family. I'm telling you, Dr. Shakira Moore is gonna bring you more than what you asked for in that book. I'm telling you right now. And big up to Color Curiosity. Today is Color Curiosity's birthday. Make sure y'all show her love. She can feng shui and unk your life, your clothing, your wardrobe, all of that. Millicent Simmons. She's a former model, so she's very good at what she does, but she's doing it from a spiritual perspective. Color Curiosity LLC. Make sure you hit her up at IG. Her numbers are going up, and I love that. Get all my books on Amazon right now. Linktree / King Simon the Numerovator has all of the links directly if you want to go to that one-stop shop. If you live outside of the United States, please use Amazon. Please use Amazon. They're costing too much for me to ship. Those who want a signed copy, you got to run into me. If you live outside the United States and you come to America and you run into me and you got my book, I will sign the book right there. Take a picture, whatever you want to, hug babies. I don't care. Pet the dog, massage the cat, whatever you want me to do. I got it. Right? I'm talking about a feline cat. Pause. Massage the cat. Limited signed copies, family. I do have limited signed copies. So if you want that done, you know what it is. If you don't want to get any copies of the book, hard copies, we do have the ebook, only $12.12. And all you have to do is text me that you want the payment info for the ebook, and you can print it out and study it yourself. Or you got Numbers of Simple Book 1 and Numbers of Simple Book 2. And you have the Numerovational Spiritual Lessons of Life also. Oh, man, this was fun, man. This was fun. We're going 2 hours in. Yeah, this is 2 hours in. Yeah, we did what we had to do. Remember, tomorrow we're going to be speaking to Mfundishi Jehutamas and Mama Ella coming up on Wednesday. And the Tuesday after, I got Abundance Child coming in. Today is her birthday also. Mama Ella's birthday was the 15th, so big up to her also. She out there in St. Martin. Big up to my brother. He's doing a big symposium of Marcus Garvey on the 25th at this church called the Big Bethel AME in Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia. Don't forget, Abundance Child new radio show on WJVS Radio is coming out. And let's support our brother and sister here, the Carsons, at Diplomat Hotel in Florida. And if you are coming to the Conscious Awards, bring the book out. Bring your books. If you have my books, bring the books. I will sign them right there, either on August the 2nd or August the 3rd. Wherever you're going to run into me at, I will sign the book. I will sign the books. I will sign my books. Any books that you bring, that's mine. Even if you print out the ebooks, I will sign the book for you. I got no problem. If you're going to be coming to the Conscious Awards, I will sign whatever books you bring, even if you print them out. I won't look at them as Bandulu books or what you call it, bootlegs book, because I did send you the email, the ebook. So it is what it is. All right. Just tell me you got the ebook and I'll sign it for you too. All right, family. On that note, I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh and talk some knowledge, the kind of knowledge that you will not find in college. Comes the time that we have to all use it. Use the knowledge, family. Rewind this if you can to watch it before I put it in the membership. It is going into the membership in the next hour. So if you want to rewind it and do all what you got to do, it's going into the membership. Okay. Thank y'all very much. Within the hour, not the next hour, within the hour. So I'm just trying to relax, and then I'm going to be downloading some clips on doing my clips and all that kind of stuff from this. So please take the time out and rewind it. So before I clip it up and put it in the membership. So it will be clips on different places. All right, family. Remember. And I like to end with this. Remember what Dr. B says. I mean, that's Dr. Blair. Hold on. Remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say, but still resonates today. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you all, family, for being the great people that you are. And whatever you're doing in your life, just make sure you do them with the positive, productive, divine principles within yourself. And yes, it's going to take discipline because of the number 4. And it's going to take spiritual understanding because of the number 7. Divine principles. It can be done. You can do it. You can get it. You can make it happen. And you could use it to the benefit of yourself. All right. Remember, I love you because I love me. You have been watching Divine Principles on Numerovational, Spiritual, and Physical Perspective right here on King Simon Presents on YouTube. Take care. Be safe. Be great.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Today's consciousness, today's consciousness, today's consciousness. What happened and how can we change it? From the pristine position that we held in today's consciousness, here's a new show just for you every Tuesday called Today's Consciousness. Be there and enjoy all the great special guest stars that will be passing through on a new show called Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Today's Consciousness. Are you ready to address all the things that are going on? And how can we heal today's consciousness? Today's consciousness. Today's consciousness. Right here on KSP TV. Today's Consciousness. What happened and how can we change it?
Eye Opener Productions presents Magical Kemet Revisited, Sunday, March 23rd, 2025, from 1:30 p.m. till 7 p.m. In honor of our previous Magical Kemet event 14 years ago, we once again bring you Master Teacher M. Fundishi, J. Hootie Mess, and Professor Kaba Kamene.
In ancient Kemet, they had showed that that's not a star there. I know it's a nebula. And a nebula gives birth to stars. And so Sirius A comes from that nebula. And then the ancient Kemet.ee said, we also come from that nebula. That birthed our star. So this gets really deep. So we're going to, I'm telling people, bring some boots, because it's going to get real deep. We're going in real deep.
In calling, so you are now going to understand that it is time now to move back and get back onto the path of Ma'at. And on the path of Ma'at is where you are on your road to your destiny and what you were called for. And the longer that you go on this road, as you become an elder and you get more mature and you're moving through, your journey becomes clearer.
Make sure you get your tickets in advance for $30. Tickets will be sold at the door for $40. For tickets, scan this code or go to magicalkemet.eventbrite.com. We will be at the Long Island University, Brooklyn campus, Health Science Building. Enter at the gate on Flatbush Extension between DeKalb and Willoughby.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerovator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.